Yo, if you think Jonathan Majors' days in the MCU are done, or indeed if the MCU is done with him, we need to talk. Now, I'm sure by now everyone's heard about the situation regarding Jonathan Majors. He basically lost his role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Kane because of allegations that were made by an ex-girlfriend. He had to go to court to kind of clear his name. And of the 4 charges, 2 were dismissed, 2 were upheld. The 2 that were upheld were misdemeanors. And well, Marvel decided to let him go. Like, they cut ties. They're like, hey, you out of here, bucko. And it was an uproar. Like, honestly, everybody was up in arms, and for good reason. But I understand why Marvel did it, because they didn't want the bad press. And well, nobody's immune from bad press, especially when you're supposed to be highlighted to star in their franchise, basically. I mean, take a look at this.
Hey Jonathan, how are you?
Nice.
I mean,
Nice.
it was announced that Robert Downey Jr. was, being brought back from Marvel to play Doctor Doom. I mean, it looks like he's replacing your villain, Kang. I mean, are you hurt with the new direction that, like, Marvel is, like, going?
Yeah, heartbroken.
You are?
Yeah, of course. Come on. Yeah, of course. I love him. I love Kang.
I mean, both Robert Downey Jr. and Ezra Miller have had, like, a history of trouble with, like, the law and getting arrested for felonies. I mean, you only had a misdemeanor. Do you feel like it's unfair that, like, you're not being given the same opportunities as them?
I think it's fair that Mr. Downey is being and has been greeted with patience and curiosity and love, and that Mr. Miller's gotten the same treatment, and that they're being allowed to work their art and be creative at that level. It's not. Nah, I'm not really. I didn't really get that. So
Do you wish you had, like, the same opportunity as them?
I mean, that's hard. I mean, come on. Yeah.
I mean, why do you think that's the case, though? Like, for them?
Wow. I don't know.
Would you want your old role back, like your old job back as Kang the Conqueror?
Kang?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love him. That's why I said I love him. I love him. I love Kang. Love Timeless. Love He Who Remains. Love him. If that's what the fans want, if that's what Marvel wants.
And for me, I don't think it's that simple for Marvel. I feel like there's going to be major backlash if you try to recast Kang. You have to look at the community that you're actually upsetting. I mean, I understand of the situation that he had, but the main name that actually came up in regards to Jonathan Major was Ezra Miller, and how he was still able to keep his role and his position within his company. Although they are 2 different companies, one's Marvel, the other one's DC. The allegations made against Ezra Miller, from him throwing chairs at people and breaking into houses and stealing all the liquor, and allegations of grooming, like, it's some real tragic stuff. And he's come out and said that he's trying to get help, and yeah, whatever. Well, DC decided, hey, we're still gonna run with this idea that we have. We're still gonna go with it. And well, by now they've basically said that they're going to reboot. They're going to start everything over, new roles, new Flash. So, I mean, I get it. Marvel. I've seen this before. James Gunn. Yeah. Director of Guardians of the Galaxy. Well, at one point in time, he was actually fired from Marvel because of some tweets that he made. And I don't want to say anything to, get me flagged or anything, but you get it. And well, he was brought back because of the fan outrage. His colleagues, they basically wanted him to come back. So what did Marvel do? Well, they agreed to let him come back, and he did Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So there's proof that, people forgive and forget. Let's look at Robert Downey Jr. Man, Jonathan Majors had nothing but nice words to say. Forgiveness, understanding that, hey, people go through difficult things. And we seen that with Robert Downey Jr. I mean, in the early 90s, the 80s when he was coming up, yeah, he went through some stuff. But hey, nobody's perfect. But for me, honestly, I feel like he's one of my favorite actors. And do I hold anything that he did back then against him? No, not really. I'm just a fan of his art. I don't think anything is that egregious as to where I can just, disconnect from any of his craft. But at the same time, why wasn't that same forgiveness given to Jonathan Majors? Well, for the simple fact, I think it's too soon. It was too soon for Marvel. And I get that, we have to separate long enough so we can kind of clean things up. But guess what? Y'all heard the backlash sooner than you'd like to hear. And everybody was like, why is he still not here? Like in an uproar, understanding the community that's behind him. And by that specifically, I mean the African American community. Now you look at the support behind Black Panther, one of the highest grossing films at Marvel ever. And then you look at the success of Wakanda Forever. Like, come on, make it make sense. Make it make sense. This guy is the next up and coming actor. I'm not just saying he's going to be the next Denzel, but if we look at Creed 3, Michael B. Jordan has been acting way longer than he has. And, well, he bodied that role in Creed. Like, he got smoked. And that's not anything against Michael B. Jordan. Just saying how this man works at his craft. You look at what he did in Loki. Like, it's a platinum performance, man. And I say that to say this. Marvel, I get it. But I think it's only a matter of time, given the example of Gunn. And well, we've also seen similar situation with Johnny Depp. He was let go, no longer thought to be a part of Pirates of the Caribbean because of his relationship with his ex-wife. And well, there are rumors saying he might just be back. He might be in negotiations to come back. And I tend to believe, hey, if you look at what they did in the box office, yeah, that speaks volumes. So with everything happening with Kang and with Doom, from what I know, Marvel was originally planning to introduce Kang and then Doom. So I'm thinking with the light of the situation, I'm thinking they're reversing the roles, but you have to keep Kang in the mix, like, because their story together, it's going to be a big part. And I don't want to spoil anything for anybody that may not be deep into the comics, but their relationship is connected heavily. And I think Marvel is just simply flipping it. They're simply going to show Doom first, and then they're going to bring back Kang. But which Kang should they bring back is the question. Well, no doubt it should be Jonathan Majors. And well, it's because it's going to give you backlash that you don't want. It's going to give you the backlash that you're just going to sit in your office and why did we get rid of Mr. Majors? Why? Well, let's take a look at it. Let's say you recast it and you decide to go in a totally different route. And we're all adults here. Let's say you decide to recast, and I'm not saying anything in regards to race per se, but we're all adults. Let's say you cast a white actor to play Kang, and you say, hey, that's a variant of him. Well, that same community that supported Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, like, you're gonna upset a lot of individuals. And well, if you're ready for the backlash, you're ready for the backlash. And let's say you don't even decide to go that route. Let's say you decide to get another actor. And my wife brought this point up. She's like, what about Jonathan Boyega? I think that's his name. And I was like, you know what? I can't lie. I could actually see him as Kang, because, you know, they do share similar characteristics, but at the same time, I'm not saying he's a bad actor. I think he's a really good actor, but at the same time, why not just go back to Jonathan Majors? Now, Boyega is going to be under a microscope. Like, literally, they're going to critique him hard, and the film could actually flop based off of his performance alone, because they're going to say, hey, what are the possibilities? What were the what ifs if they brought back Jonathan Majors? And well, I guess we'll never know. But my theory, what Marvel should do, continue down the path of introducing Doom, and then either a secret ending or something special, and just bring back Jonathan Majors, similar to the same rollout that you had for Robert Downey Jr. And well, I think that honestly will make sense, cover all the bases. Hey, we forgive, we forget, we move on. But, you know, hey, those are my thoughts. What do y'all think? Am I spot on with my assessment, or do you think I'm way off? Let me know, comment below. My name's Raymundo. This is Raymundo Speaks, your number one spot for all your shenanigan and entertainment needs. Until next time, lock in, subscribe, Lego. Hollywood. Hollywood to me has always been Holly weird. And well, y'all do some weird stuff out there. Some weird stuff I don't even want to know the half of.